Today we're going to talk about who owns probate property, heirs versus the estate.
Welcome to Estate Insights Podcast, formerly known as Dorsey's International Real Estate Podcast, hosted by Fred Dorsey, a trusted probate, estate, and trust specialist helping personal representatives, heirs, beneficiaries, estate professionals, and investors navigate estate properties and probate. Insights to moving estates forward.
Welcome everyone. Season 4, let's get this underway. Who owns a probate property, the heirs versus the estate? The answer isn't straightforward. If you're a personal representative, an heir, beneficiary, or an investor in Maryland, understanding this distinction is critical to avoiding costly mistakes, delays, or disputes. We're just going to do an overview on some insights. If you want to look into it further, you can read the blog from dorseysrealty.com. But let's jump into it. Step 1. The estate owns it first. That means the heirs do not immediately inherit the property, even if they are named in a will. Instead, the estate is considered the temporary legal owner until the probate process is complete. In Maryland, probate ensures the debts and the taxes are paid, the rightful heirs and beneficiaries are identified, and the assets, including property, are distributed properly. The bottom line: at the start, the estate, not the heirs, owns the property. Let's go into another segment. The role of the personal representative. During a probate, the personal representative, sometimes called the executor or administrator, has authority over the estate's assets. If you're an investor or realtor in Maryland, this is the key person you need to work with, not the heirs. Now let's consider some special situations to consider. Not every property must go through probate. Ownership can transfer outside of the estate depending on how the property was titled. 1. Joint tenancy with the right of survivorship. That means the surviving owner automatically inherits it. Tenants by the entirety. Married couples in Maryland, the surviving spouse immediately owns the property. A trust-owned property. If a deceased person placed the property in a living trust, it bypasses probate completely. And we have a fourth one that's not common in Maryland, but I want to give it to you anyway. The transfer on death deeds. It's when a property passes directly to the named beneficiaries. These expectations highlight why it's critical to review the title and ownership documents before assuming heirs inheritance. A pro tip in Maryland. Real estate cannot legally be sold during the probate process unless approved by the orphans court or clearly authorized in the will. Our next segment. Now, let's get into frequently asked questions. Number 1. Do heirs automatically own property when someone dies? No, the estate owns it until probate is settled and the court distributes assets. Number 2. Can heirs sell a property before closing? Not legally. Only the personal representative with court authority can sell. Number 3. What happens if heirs disagree on selling a house? The personal representative may need court approval to proceed. Heirs can contest, but the estate makes the decision. Number 4. How long does probate take in Maryland? It varies, but often 6 to 12 months. Complex estates may take a little bit longer. Number 5. What if the deceased had no will? Maryland intestacy laws determine which heirs inherit, but the estate retains ownership of the property during probate. Let's go into some final insights. So, who really owns probate property? Until the court closes probate, the answer is simple: the estate. Heirs may eventually inherit, but they don't have legal authority until the estate distributes the property. This distinction matters for personal representatives, heirs, attorneys, realtors, and investors alike. If you're navigating probate in Maryland, don't make costly mistakes by assuming heirs can act too soon. Always check who has the court appointed to handle the estate. I appreciate you spending time with me today. Next week, I'll be breaking down what executives often overlook when selling a home. If you got questions you'd like me to cover, reach out. See you next week.
You've been listening to Estate Insights Podcast, formerly known as Dorsey's International Real Estate Podcast, with your host, Fred Dorsey, powered by Dorsey's Realty. For more tips on managing, selling, or maximizing estate properties, visit dorseysrealty.com or follow on Instagram at Dorsey's Realty. Insights to moving estates forward.